uh, all know about what mantras is all about, right?
Yes.
So what happens when we keep chanting mantras? You get the energy from that mantra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Am I correct? When we keep
Yes.
chanting mantras regularly, we get energy from the mantra and we are on the rise. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And at the moment, which is the biggest mantra we are chanting? At the moment, which is the biggest mantra we are chanting?
Corona mantra.
Corona mantra, right?
Yep.
So what are we doing? We are actually getting the energy of Corona.
Okay. True.
And how many of you know the law of attraction?
Mm-hmm.
We know law of attraction. So what is happening here? That every day, 24/7, we are just talking about Corona.
Yeah.
Either we see it on TV, or sometimes if we get bored of TV, there is somebody sending us the messages. And 24/7, our aura is covered with one mantra, which is Corona. So what is the best thing to do? Like, I'll give you an example. If you have a guest coming home without informing you, all of a sudden there is a bell on your door and you open and there is a guest and you are really busy at that time, but you cannot avoid, so you're welcoming that guest. Now what happens second time when the same guest comes? You will start avoiding him or her a bit. The third time it comes, you completely avoid. But there is some inviting that Corona in our energy field. Either you keep going on Google, or you keep reading the predictions of astrologers and numerologists. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is happening? 24/7, you are only thinking about one common thing, which is Corona. So the best thing would be not to entertain this word Corona, or not to entertain this uninvited guest in our life, which is Corona at the moment. So when you ignore any guest, the person will not come to you again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So slowly and slowly, let this energy of Corona be away from us.
Okay.
But 24/7, either somebody will send us a message, or we'll watch it on TV, or we will start Googling how many deaths have happened, how many cases have happened. But we don't look at the positive side, that how many cases have been solved. The fear is so much that most of the time we are just thinking about how many people are dying in the world. Am I correct?
Yes.
Is happening in everybody's mind?
Yes, it's true.
So the best way would be that not to think, even if there is message coming or so, just keep engaging yourself in something very positive. Now, positive here is meditation. There are a lot of ways of being positive. There is yoga, there is meditation. There are so many other things. But most of the time, we are just spending this 24 hours by waking up, sleeping, same thing. The moment we wake up, the first thing is we check it on our phone. What is the news for today? How many buildings have been affected? How many deaths have been happened? This is exactly we are doing, right?
Yep.
So now reverse that. Do not entertain this uninvited guest in your life. How many people are thinking that lockdown is really a pain for you? How many of you are thinking about lockdown is really a pain?
Lockdown. Lockdown
Yeah.
is
Are you bored enough?
Yep.
Have you seen do you understand the positive sign for this?
Yes.
There is so much, if you see out in the outside your window, the nature has become so different from what it was. The pollution has gone so much of down. It is the best time the universe is giving you to work on yourself. But still, what are we doing? We are just working on the outer world. It is high time that we start understanding this. Something has come into our life is only to understand what is good and what is not good for us. How many of you thought that without meeting friends you cannot live? How many of you thought that without meeting friends you cannot live?
Me, I can't live without my friends.
How many of you thought without shopping you cannot live? Are you living, right? You're living,
Yep.
right?
yes.
How many of you thought that without shopping I cannot live?
Yeah, exactly. Mental, I mean,
You are living, right?
Mm-hmm.
berita buka
With the limited resources, we are still surviving, right?
Yeah.
You're saying somebody saying like
And
we're still
if you understand how much do we need to survive, right? The universe has given us time to just go inside you and check what is happening. Why I'm shivering, why I'm shaking so much with this virus. A lot of people come to me and ask me, oh, why God is punishing us this way? Why the universe is punishing us this way? Universe is not punishing us. Universe is just responding to the frequency what we are giving it out. Do you understand that? Universe doesn't punish us. It keeps responding to whatever vibrations we give out. If you see how much of greed has increased in this universe, how much of negative vibrations are going around in the world. Have you checked that?
Yes.
So once that vibration, whatever frequency we vibrate, the universe somehow gives it back. How much can one take? So the best would be, how many of you are meditating here every day?
Almost every
Almost.
You have no other job, you have no other choice to do, so you are meditating.
Right.
Have you been like this before?
No.
Have you been like this before?
No.
So that means we need somebody to shake us to come in that state. Am I correct?
Yes.
We need somebody to give a slap on our butt so that we can wake up. So universe is doing exactly what a teacher or a master would do to you. That it is shaking you up to wake you up. That hey, time has come for you to understand things in a different way. Now, if you see the positive side to it of lockdown, a lot of people have started being more and more creative. I come out with a lot of people. I meet a lot of people online. They say, I made this painting which I had never made it before. because they were so busy with the outer world, they never experienced what is there in the inner world. So with this lockdown, people have started literally next creativity. They have on themselves. The moment you vibrate on that frequency, you can do wonders. When I had taken a course over there in New York, I had mentioned we all are the powerhouses. The only thing is, time to time, we keep getting off. So with all this, what is happening now, the button is getting on instead of being off. Any question before I go up further?
No.
Everybody is clear
Yes.
why this corona has come in our life?
Yes.
See, if you see the political side to it, there will be a lot of blame games going on. Oh, China did this, because of him I got corona, because of her I got corona, she traveled from this path, he traveled from this path. All that is drama happening in the life. It's a divine plan, it's a divine drama. Understand that way. If that was the case, we all would have been affected. But why still some of us are safe? Because somewhere we are vibrating on a very different frequency. If China had intended to spread corona on a bigger scale, we all would have been affected. Why still some of us are safe and will remain safe? Because all of us have got together and understood through by doing yoga, by doing meditation. The best thing would be every day make sure that time to time stop, check whatever, check how many thoughts are about corona. Next 2 hours, just release those. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Check how many thoughts have been of corona. So next 2 hours, make sure that you don't think about corona. Even there is a message, anytime somebody talks to you about corona on phone, Om Namah Shivaya and disconnect. But what we do, if somebody talks about corona, oh yeah, even I know that so many people died. Italy, so many people died. China, so many people died. US, so many people died. But we will not talk about how many people, right? There is so many things happening good also. The world has got together. The world has got together and they are helping so many people here and there. Before that, how do you think before people had the same kind of tendency what they have now? This whole drama has come into your life to make sure, and I assure you on one thing, if you vibrate on a higher frequency, no virus can touch you. But if you fear and keep thinking, you are only and only attracting this virus. Now, I'll share with you one story over here. Years back in Baghdad, there was one watchman outside the gate of Baghdad. As people used to enter Baghdad region, there was a guy who was placed to check who's coming in and who's going out. So one night, when the guy was sitting near the main entrance of gate of Baghdad, he saw some dark energy passing by. So he stopped that energy and he said, "Hey, who are you?" So the energy said, "I am the person who has come to kill. I have a task. I'm a god of death, and I have a task to take 500 people with me in 15 days." So now, since he was a god, he allowed him to go. And within those 15 days, this watchman started hearing, oh, 500 people died, 600 people died, 800 people died, 1500 people died, 2000 people died. So after 15 days, when this god of death was coming out of the gate, so the watchman stopped him and asked him, "Hey, you spoke lies to me. You said you will only take 500 people, but you are taking 2000 people with you." Guess what he replied? That I only came to take 500 people, rest 1500 people died out of fear. So this is exactly happening in our life. Do you understand this?
Yes.
So most of the time what's happening? Before somebody used to sneeze, what used to say? "Bless you," right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
if somebody
Yes.
sneezes in front of you, what would you say?
Get out.
"Oh my God, I hope you don't have corona." Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
You will forget saying "bless you." So, "Oh my God, I don't want to see this person again because he might end up having corona." So now the best thing would be that stop this energy of corona around you. Don't even bother that what astrologers are saying, what numerologists are saying, because what is happening, everybody has a different perspective to it. So everybody is giving his or her own readings, and your mind is getting caught up with all that. Best is to focus on myself. Be selfish, total selfish, that this 1 month lockdown period has given me a chance to work on my inner self. I don't care how many days the coronavirus is outside, but my inner space, I have to keep it clear. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Any questions? Any questions?
Chirinda, any questions? Yes.
Everybody is clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what if somebody's
What's that?
What if somebody sneezes now in front of you? How would you react?
God bless you.
Would you still react in the same way?
God bless you.
Bless you.
Actually, somebody should try it out, sneezing now. So what else? Tell me. Ask me some questions. It will be good.
Yeah, you guys can start asking questions, any questions you have. Not related to Corona also, it's fine. Like any question.
Yeah. Let's not stick to that same energy, Corona. If you have questions about your life, if you have questions about other things, just feel free to ask.
Anybody?
Ashwinda, you go.
Huh?
Ata Chiring, you can start.
Sure, sure. It's our first time meeting you. It would be great if you could, explain yourself and introduce yourself, because I have no idea who you are. We just happen to
Okay.
see you here.
I happen to pop up on your screen.
Yeah.
Pradeep, yes.
Okay. I just came like an alien in your life. Yeah, good thing. My name is Pradeep. My name is Pradeep. I'm from India. I had recently been to New York where I met such wonderful, lovely souls. I'm a international master healer. I'm a past life regression therapist. I'm a face reader. I'm also into pendulum dowsing and this tarot cards. I am also a counselor and I counsel a lot of suicidal cases, depression cases. Plus, I do something called inner child, which is a very powerful therapy where you tap on the subconscious energies and erase a lot of belief systems. So I do this beautiful therapy that is one-to-one. And yeah, I am also into a very interesting thing, model grooming, where I groom these models and actors in India and help them to work on the fear factor and also on that confidence level.
Wow. That's a lot of experience you have.
That's a lot of experience. You know, I learn all from you guys. When I
Okay.
meet different kind of people, I really learn a lot. So I'm so grateful to all of you.
Well, we are also very glad to have you here. And with this, if you can answer me one question, like with the current situation, everybody's going through some
Sure.
kind of anxiety and nervousness and fear. So, with your experience and your knowledge, how can we cope with that?
Okay, good question. Now answer me one thing.
Yes.
Whatever is happening outside, is it in your control?
No.
What is in your control?
Myself?
Right? Not even your wife if you're married?
Nope.
Okay.
That's one thing nobody
So
has control of.
I know it's a universal fact. All men would agree.
Yep.
So whatever is happening in the outside space is not in my control. But what is in my control is my inner space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm responsible for myself, my inner space. So let me work on myself through various practices like meditation, yoga, or the best would be the meditation, I would say. Meditation is such a tool which really helps you to erase a lot of your impressions and belief system from your subconscious mind.
Mm-hmm.
There are, as we are born, there are a lot of impressions. There are a lot of belief systems which are, some we carry from the past life, previous life, and some are imposed by our parents. Like, this is good for you, this is not good for you. You are a man, so you have to behave in certain pattern. You are a female, so you have to behave like this. So there are a lot of belief systems which are stored, and as we grow, these belief systems also grows. That's why every person, if you meet, is a different person.
Mm-hmm.
So then sometimes we feel why this person is like this. This is all because there are a lot of impressions, beliefs, impressions which are stored in our subconscious mind. So now how to break that pattern is if you use positive affirmations. Today in the end, I'm going to teach you about the positive affirmation which you can use continuously between from 21 to 40 days. I can guarantee you will not be the same person if you do it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
The fear factor, the anxiety which you're carrying for this virus will completely vanish if you do it properly.
Okay.
I also do a technique called EFT, which is emotional feed. emotional, release those negative energies from your system and sets you free. But the best and the easy way would be the affirmation part. Do positive affirmations every night before you sleep for 21 to 40 days, and I guarantee you the things will be different, because after 21 days the neurons in the brain start accepting the new belief system. For example, how many of us keep saying, if somebody asks you how is your life going, we keep saying, oh my god, life is not that easy, man, right?
Yep.
How many of you? Because that belief system is there that life is not easy. If I tell you, oh, you are a rich man, no man, I don't have money, money is not easy to make. That is a belief system we have put, and that is the energy we are giving to the universe, that money is not easy to make.
Mhm.
How many of you keep saying, I'm so stressed? Because we have understood that stress is so natural now. So that is another belief system that, oh, if I work, if I go earn a bread and butter, life has to be stressful. So this is one more system it works. For example, there is a thought process like, what happens if I give you a compliment? Hey man, today you're looking very good. That I compliment today. But if I tell you, hey, how come you're looking so horrible today? So you will go with that negative thought along, and that thought will keep going on in your mind again and again and again, and that thought becomes frustration sometimes if it is not a good thought. Am I correct?
Yep.
So what happens? It starts with the thought. That thought travels in our mind, and that becomes our nature after some time. If it is a good thought, we become happy. If it is not a good thought, we become sad, and then later gets into frustration. So that nature becomes our identity later, and it decides our destiny. So it starts with that small one thought. So whenever that negative thought comes, immediately cut it off. Don't let that thing bother you more and more. But most of the time, what happens, we keep churning on that one thought. Am I correct?
Yep.
Somebody said something like, if I give you a compliment, you're happy. If I give you some horrible remark, you are sad. That means you're giving you're happy. If I press red button, you're sad. Right?
Yep.
So likewise, there are so many belief systems which have been established in our mind, and that we need to now reverse it. So all of us, end of this session, I will teach you the positive affirmations, which will help you that every day before you sleep. Why before you sleep? Because when you sleep with those positive affirmation that goes in your subconscious mind and erases all the unwanted and the wrong belief systems, and gives up the right. Life is difficult, enjoying my life. Life is so easy. Money is so easy to make. Even if you're not making at the moment, I guarantee you, once you change to meet such horrible people in my life, right?
Yep.
So keep saying, I meet only positive people. I'm so positive. I meet only positive people in my life. I'm so happy. My life is so easy. I have become money magnet. Money is so easy to make. It is so easy to make money. I feel so happy for no reason. For example, you have this You have seen your dream car and you want to buy that car. So just keep writing in that diary. It is I'm so happy driving this car. Do not write I wish to, because that wish will remain a wish. So write I'm so happy driving this car. And you're so happy living in this, as if that has already happened. So when you give this affirmations to your mind for between 21 to 40 days, you make sure that the old belief system starts diminishing. The moment there is a difficult person in your life, you say, oh, I have such a beautiful people in my life. It is our mind who keeps saying good or bad. Everybody is an experience, let me tell you. And let me tell you one important thing. People or situation comes in your life to teach you something. This anxiety is also teaching you something. If people criticize you, it is also helping you in a way. Are you getting me?
Yep.
So work on these patterns, work on your belief systems and change your thinking. And I guarantee you, so what you have to do, you have to take a diary and take a red pen.
Now,
Start 10. Okay.
All
Every
right.
day start with 10 affirmations. Like start with, I am happy. My life is so easy. It is so easy to make money. I have become a money magnet. I attract only positive people in my life. I'm so happy driving this car. Name the car which you want to buy or which you intend to buy. I'm so happy living in this apartment. If you're looking for a life partner, you can also write, I'm so happy. We are the perfect couple. As if it has already happened. Are you getting me? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
So this way you can reduce your anxiety. And very important and a powerful affirmation, I'm so healthy. Because most of the time we keep complaining about our health, which is also a major issue. So put this affirmation, I am so healthy. I'm so happy. Right? Got it?
Yes.
And start from today itself, every night, make sure that for sign it and write the date and endorse it. Yes. But here, very important. A lot of people come to me that I wrote, but it didn't work for me. The reason it doesn't work for you only because when you're writing, you already sometimes have a doubt. Okay, I'm writing, I don't know whether it will work or not. Many of us has this habit, right?
Yeah.
When you write on that, come what may, it is going to work for me. With 100% faith. But somebody has suggested, and when you come back from your doctor and somebody asks, how was the doctor? How was your health? I don't know. He gave me some medicine. I don't know whether it will work or not. When you use that kind of energy, you're already putting yourself down. So no matter outside what is happening, your inner space has to be strong. And you can do nothing outside, but you can only work these ways on your inner self. Any more questions?
Namaste, Bhaiya. Can I add something?
Yes, sure.
Basically, going back, anxiety is nothing more than not being able to control what's outside of us in the future. When we let things in, okay,
Yes.
and when Bhaiya was saying to cut it, is we are planting a seed within us that grows. And how it grows, if it's a negative seed, it will grow with negative energy. But if you don't allow it to come in, it will never grow. So you should avoid
True.
negative thoughts. Or if you start vibrating in higher frequencies, then these things you block automatically because everything is energy. When you express something out, you throw out into the universe an energy and you seed it and you plant it. And the more negative you think, the more you project yourself towards a negative path. Basically, what we project is what our subconscious mind think it's our goal. It's where we have to go. That is why Baya was saying that the affirmations work. Why? Because it's an energy. It's an energy that you're planting. It's an energy that you're growing. And it takes you 21 days to nurture it, to let it grow. If you project yourself in a positive way, your subconscious mind programs itself to reach that automatically. 95% of our daily life is in automatic mode. It means we don't think. It's not our conscious mind. We only think consciously 5% of the day. So these affirmations work based on the premise that you are expressing or projecting a positive thought. Now, you have to remember one thing. Your mind, it's a miraculous thing that the universe gave you. Your mind could not differentiate between what's real and what's not. If you vision yourself doing something, not saying I want something, no, visually see yourself driving a new car, and you can be very specific as to what color it is, how's the interior, what brand it is. You're programming your mind and letting it know that this is what needs to be done. And it is so miraculous, it doesn't know if it's real or not. To it, everything is real if you can vision it. But your vision have to be realistic. You cannot say that, within 3 months I will be driving the most expensive Lamborghini that they only produce 3 in the world. It has to be realistic. It has to be a point where it's something you can achieve. If you set your goals too high, most of the time you will not achieve them. It's because you have programmed yourself for failure. So you shouldn't program yourself. You should be conscious. And it's not that you cannot achieve a Ferrari, but you have to know that you cannot do it within 1 month, within 2 months. It's a learning process. It's something that's going to take you some time. Now, another point, fear. What is fear? Fear is the absence of faith. If you have faith, there's no fear. And when you walk the spiritual path, you understand one basic thing. Everything that happens will happen. We have no control over anything. Baya was talking about this current situation. Some people are blaming China, some people are blaming him. It was meant to happen. The universe will find somebody or someone to make what
It is
needs to
completely a
happen.
divine game which has happened.
It's a much bigger picture we cannot see, but it's a plan. It's a universal plan, and it's a plan for the benefit of all, for the benefit and for the development of each one of us. We have been giving this time to project ourselves inwards and see, what do I need to improve? What do I need to be better at? What do I need to project myself? Things are happening. I mean, this is a time where the universe is saying, hey, pay attention. Something is going on. Something important is going on. And of course, there's a law of cause and effect. We have basically violated this earth. We have violated nature. We have violated nature. We're becoming a virus ourselves. And how do we expect good things to come if we're doing bad things? So, this is an awakening. This is a new social order that's being developed. So we have to understand that there's a bigger picture. And of course, this is much, much bigger than us. And it's not very easy to understand.
Our mind is the biggest virus ever if we understand it. Also, there is one study which was done that a group of 10 people were asked to play a piano. Okay, and there were a group of people, they are playing. So when these both studies were done, when the brain pattern was studied, almost the result of the brain pattern, the brain cells were equally same. So that also means the brain doesn't understand what is real and what is visual. It just reciprocates according to the energy what you send them. So your brain is one of the most powerful tool one can have it. And that's why I think we are the human beings are the best species on this planet. But what we have done it the total reverse. And that's what is happening. That's what the universe is. I initially said the universe or God or whatever you call it doesn't punish us. It just responds to our vibration, what we are giving it out. Any more questions? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
Baya, we can hear you.
Yes.
Any more questions? I hope everybody is enjoying the session.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
You know what the best thing you have to do to avoid this anxiety is to start meditating, because I always say meditate before you medicate. And you have one wonderful yoga teacher also with you. You should start yoga for everybody, because yoga
Yes, we are doing yoga every day.
completely aligned, because after yoga, when you do meditation, you can see the difference. You completely go to chakra yoga,
Can you
because yoga helps a lot with the body alignment. So once the body is aligned, the chakras are aligned, then you need your mind to get stable, which you need to do with meditation. So the combination of yoga and meditation helps a lot. It really helps a lot. How many of you are doing yoga here every day? Nobody is replying
5,
that.
4, 5, right?
Yes.
them are coming like?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Is my voice audible? Is my voice audible?
Yeah.
Or it's
Yes.
cracking?
Yeah, it's sometimes breaking up, but we can hear you though.
Meditate. Hello? Can you hear
Yes.
me?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, Baya, we can hear you. You break up a little
Okay.
bit and then you come back.
yeah.
Okay. So what I'm asking, do you want to meditate or you want to continue the talk? Because with this cracking of voice, the meditation won't be that good for you guys. I don't mind. But if you don't want to meditate, we can continue the talk for 10 more minutes.
No, now it's
Meditate.
How many of you
Yeah, I
have
think we'll do the
how
meditate.
many of you have
Meditate.
experienced meditation? You want to do meditation?
Yes.
Yes.
Your voice is good now, so you can start. I'll just
Okay. So let's all sit comfortably in wherever you are and sit with the closed eyes with spine. spine erect.
Nama.
1 second. Opening the area.
क्यों नहीं?
Eyes closed, spine erect. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. One more breathe in and breathe out completely. Become aware of your mind. Become aware of your thoughts. Let the thought come and thought go. Do not hold on to any thought. In fact, invite each thought and in your mind, silently saying, what next? What next? Let all the thoughts pass away. Now bring all your attention to your head. To your eyes. To your ears. Nose. Face. Your neck. Your shoulders. Your spine. Your entire back. Now bring your attention to your chest, your stomach, your thighs, your hips, your knees, your feet, your hands, your arms. Put your attention to the whole. Now just check how the breath is going in and out of your nostrils. Put all your attention on your breath as if you're breathing for the first time. Complete focus on your breath. Take a deep breath and breathe out. One more deep breath and breathe out completely. Now keep repeating after what I say in your mind. Do not say it loudly. These are all the positive affirmations which we'll use today to help your subconscious mind. To start with, I am happy. I am healthy. I am so full of energy. I am so positive. I only attract positive energy in my life. I only attract positive people in my life. My life is so easy. My life is so beautiful. My health is improving day by day. My immunity level has gone so high. My mind is so calm and peaceful. Money is so easy to earn. I so trust myself and God. My faith is so strong. I'm such a beautiful soul. Money is just pouring in my life. I am so happy for no reason. I'm so healthy. I'm such a powerful soul. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, imagine a white light falling on top of your head and covering your whole body. White is for peace. May you be so peaceful inside out. My peace. Now imagine a pink light falling on your head and covering your whole body. Pink is for love. I am so full of love and compassion. Now imagine a green light falling on top of your head and covering your whole body. Green is for strength. I am so strong from within. Nothing outside can shake me up. I'm a very powerful soul. Now imagine there is a ring around your whole body wherever you're sitting. You're sitting under the ring, covered with a round ring which is of golden light. This light is a divine light which is covering you and your aura completely. Imagine this wheel of light is going around your body, covering your whole body from top to bottom, sideways. It's a pure divine light which is taking care of you. No matter what, you're fully protected. And one more deep breath in and breathe out. Now imagine a globe in front of you. Imagine your entire globe. Send all your positive energy into that globe. And in your mind, just say that whoever needs my energy today, whoever needs my positive energy, may receive it on the other end. May this world be free of all the viruses or negative energy around us. All I can see is positivity around. Just keep blessing the world. You have power to bless. Bless yourself. Bless others. Everybody is going through some or other issues in their life. Bless everyone. No matter how he or she behaves. Just keep blessing. Everybody. Whenever you feel complete, very slowly and gently start rubbing your hands and then keeping on your face. After that, whenever you are comfortable, you may slowly open your eyes.
Jason, I got one.
How was it?
Oh my God. I really can't.
Enjoyed?
Yes, very much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Because you said you want to come there.
Sorry? How was the experience?
It was beautiful.
Good, good.
Are you feeling relaxed?
Yes, very much.
Yes.
Fresh? Are you fresh from the oven? Ready to rock the world?
Yes.
And say, go Corona, go. We don't need you anymore. We are more powerful than you.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on Zoom, and thank you, Ming, as always,
you.
for arranging every time such wonderful group
Thank
and
you so much.
Thank
helping
you.
me to learn
Thank
every
you.
bit of
Thank
time I spend with you.
you for coming on.
Thank you.
You know, in India, he was awake from 3:30 in the a.m. Right?
Wow.
This was 4 a.m.
Get
And
it?
give a gift clap.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we
Thank
should
you.
go to sleep now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Really,
Pradeep.
a lot of years. It really.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Ratan. Bye, Sanya. There were two people
Bye.
from Panama.
Bye. Oh, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Pradeep. Thank you,
Bye.
Mingma.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Pradeep.
everybody. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Night.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Tomorrow again.
को भेट्नु जान्ला
अम्बो के सर हो?
Krishna, you want to continue? Any topic?
Yeah.
मान्छेहरु त किन हो भागेर गइहाल्यो
त्यही भएर नि किन भागेको होला? कोरोना आउँछ भनेर क्या?
कोरोनाले खेताए जस्तो छ
कोरोनाले खेताएको
No more
जस्तो छ।
Corona.
No more corona. Go corona, go.
Only positive vibes.
It's
Yeah.
like, I feel that the earth is like evolving, right? It needs, they say like it evolves every time. So I think it's just cleaning out, clearing. And the time human has to understand all the things that we as a humans being selfish, like maybe unwantedly we have done, like even using plastic, like whenever we use plastic bottles, maybe if you don't throw it in a recycle goes to the other one, then the whole recycle gets bad. So maybe when the things gets better, we need to be aware of certain things where we can help the earth.
Yeah.
Plant trees, clean our area, our neighborhood. When if people are not saying, I think so as a human, like Pradeep said, that this is the time for us to recollect.
Yep.
It's a warning, basically. It's the universe is sending us a message. We need to shape up. We need to start making changes. This is a moment of change.
Exactly.
This is an opportunity. God and the universe gives us many opportunities, and the universe or the world is a blessings for us. And what have we done with our blessing? We've faked it. We don't take care of it. We are not responsible for it. And the more we do nothing, the worse it's going to get. So this is just a warning. This is just a beginning. If we don't turn around and we don't start making changes, if the world leaders don't understand that there's something that needs to be done, how could it be possible for 15 days? We've been in this quarantine and the world is flourishing and we're inside. So who really is the problem? Is it the world or is it us?
We
That is the question we have to ask.
Mhm.
think so.
And basically, this is the universe saying something needs to be done.
I think so also I recollect on a lot of things that we have taken for granted, you know, like I was reading in the morning about a thing that my friend had posted about a 93-year-old woman who was in Italy. She got like he came back to he was healed from corona and he was very sad and the doctor said you have to pay for the ventilator. And then he was so sad and the doctor said don't be sad, like you know you have to pay. And the person, he said that I'm not sad because I have to pay for the ventilator, but I'm sad because it's been 93 years of my life. I didn't realize that God had given me this oxygen for free, and I had taken life for granted. So then he realized that the ventilator, if it's not there, then you're gone. You know? So I think so. That was very nice.
Life is precious, but so delicate. We're just like a flower. They can pluck us at any single moment or any single time. And basically, we have, you know, we sometimes feel like superhumans, like Superman, but we forget that we're very delicate. Such a small thing, it's invisible, we can't see it, has made us so fearful to tremble. And basically, you know, it's time to reevaluate, you know, how we want to live this life and what do we want to do with it. I every day when I wake up, I said, what different am I going to do? What am I going to add to this world? What difference can I make? And even though sometimes we feel that we cannot make a difference, it's not true. We make a difference just by this group, by speaking to each other, by exchanging ideas. We are cultivating and giving energy to other people. We can, by meditation, we can send positive energy to other people. For example, I do lives as well as Pradeep does. And I do more for Latin America because I'm bilingual. There's a lot of people that do not know about these things. There are a lot of people who do not know that the world and the universe wants us to live a spiritual life. We are living in the mundane. We're living in the material. We're more interested in how much we accumulate that we forget that the material thing is the least important. We give more importance to football players. We give more importance to rock stars, and we forget our doctors and our policemen and our firemen. And at this moment in time, doctors are God.
Exactly.
When we are in the situation before, you know, nobody would pay attention to them. So this is a way of saying, hey, we have to revalue everything. We have to change. We're not in the right path. There's something wrong. You know, what is wrong? How do we fix it?
Yeah.
And
Now,
To add anything? Yeah.
yeah, if I may, Ratan Bhai, I just want to ask you one question. Earlier, when we were talking about the anxiety and fear, you
Yes.
mentioned something about reprogramming our mind.
Yes.
If you can explain to us, how can we reprogram the mind? That would be great.
It's very easy. Basically, okay, just to let you know, because you asked Pradeep Bhaiya what he does. I'm a NLP. I don't know if you know what NLP stands for. It's neuro-linguistic programming, meaning
Okay.
the way to program your mind. I'm a master trainer. I train trainers.
Wow.
And I also do hypnosis, I do healing, I do nonverbal hypnosis, mesmerism, fascination, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But basically, our mind is programmed from the age of 0 to 7. Some people say we're even programmed before we're born. When Pradeep Bhaiya was saying that we come with wisdom from previous life, that is what is meant. It means when you're in the womb of your mother, you bring with your DNA, you bring with your soul knowledge from previous lives, which you later on in this life you restart remembering. Like for example, I was never in healing. I studied business. I'm an entrepreneur and everything, but this is what I like, and I didn't understand why, and I didn't understand why this was so easy for me. And that's where I met Pradeep Bhaiya, and my whole life into the spiritual world, spiritual path started. And basically, we start programming, and the programming starts, even some say 7 years before your birth, when your parents are starting to think about having a baby. already they're projecting energy, already they're projecting consciousness, already they're formulating things. When you're in the womb of your mother, everything that she hears, everything that she feels, everything that she eats goes within you. So there's a programming there. Then even in conception, there's a programming there. You know, where you're planned baby, where you are an unplanned baby, all those stuff affect you in one way or another. But once you're out of the womb, that's when the majority of the programming happens, and it happens from 0 to 7. Why? Because your mind starts developing, especially from 0 to 2. You produce so many neurons that if you don't use them, you waste them. That's why when you expose children at that age to languages, foods, any stimulus you gave them, stimulus that they're basically storing. And then from 2 to 7, when they start speaking, you know, you start programming. An example I give, for example, if a boy is born in a poor family and his mother keeps telling him, you'll never have a car, you'll never have a car, we cannot afford it, you'll never have a car. At that particular age, you program that child. And when he becomes an adult, even though he's a professional, even though he has the money, even though for him a car is accessible, he'll never buy it because he was programmed to think that he can never achieve that. So those are called limitations, programming limitations, which we inherit by the way of life we have from 0 to 7. From age 7 on, we create something called a conscious mind or critical factor. That is when we start rational thinking. For example, if I ask anybody here, what's 2 times 5? Everybody's going to answer 10, because what happened is the information went to our subconscious mind and stored in the subconscious mind, and he just pops it out. But if I ask you what's 23 times 47, you say, hold on, I know how to do this. You start the process. That's when your rational mind starts working. If you see children from 0 to 7, you see that they behave in a different pattern. They are sponges. They don't behave in a critical manner. They don't react to anything. They just absorb, absorb, absorb. After the age of 8, when you create that rational mind till the age of 15, when your rational mind takes over, programming becomes different. For example, how did you learn to drive a car or a bicycle? Practice, 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 repetition. After that moment in time, after the age of 8, anything that you program, you need to do it by repetition. That's why the affirmations work. But they only work if you repeat them and you do it 21 times, when that goes from your conscious mind into your unconscious mind and it becomes automatic. That is why that visualization is very important. If you can visualize, for example, if you close your eyes, like for example, we did in the meditation,